Hey, it's Mr. Random Pop Culture News Freak. Once again, Mr. Manny Wolverine. It's the rest of introduction and outro to the channel. On my social media links such as Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Brighteon, DeviantArt. Once in a while, I rarely ever use Reddit. Once in a super rare, once in a while, I use Newgrounds and all other stuff. If any guys don't know, just in case you don't know, please like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification. If you truly like my stuff, hit the bell notification, hit the comment section. It'd be nice if you share the video around. Truly give a rat's buttonhole and my other stuff. Like, truly care about my rabbit's feet and stuff like that. Luck about my channel. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Please give the channel subscription, subscribe. In case any of you guys are my older YouTube subscribers got unsubscribed by the algorithm, please come back to me, resubscribe. I missed the hell out of you guys if you didn't. It'd be great if you did. And my original old school fanatics, my original fans, my audience people, my supporters, my watch people on the walls, people that were supporters and like absolute old school classic people that were there for me since day freaking one. My supporters, my freaking fam out there, my digital family out there. It'd be great. You stay with me forever, and if not, and that's totally okay. Anyways, and the other guys, of course, if any guys happen to stumble upon this video for the first time, whether it was from Twitter or Instagram, on the old school Facebook account I used to have. I know I don't have it no more, but if I do have it, it'd be great if any guys could come along with this journey, come along this adventure with me. To please, like, it'd be crazy if you even stay here with me forever, question mark. That'd be great, question mark, it'd be awesome. And if you don't want to just stay with me forever and it's the one and done time of thing, you're ever gonna like see me ever again, I totally get it, I understand. It's understandable, it's totally great, it's totally classy, it's totally flashy. Understandable, I totally get it. It's hundreds of millions of billions of other people you could be watching besides me. Completely humble and content with that. I don't wanna make you guys do anything uncomfortable, twist your guys' arm digitally, say, you have to stay here forever, you know. Totally, completely, the options are just like, anyways. I was originally going to do this other guy named Devil Artemis. He always does stuff with either Kermit the Frog or Cell from Dragon Ball Z. He had one did it from Stitch from Lilo and Stitch he did a while ago. And he did a couple other ones too. He had one with Yu-Gi-Oh! And this other version. I think it was like Exodia, and then this one freaking Gundam Wing Gundam C character he did against Cell. I still wanted to react to one of those, but maybe one day I'll get to it. So this one says Ichigo continue to sheer ore. There's a new death battle thing they're gonna be doing next week, February 8th. Since I know I was real lazy, like I said in the first video of this thing, because I've probably done 4 videos already. This is like the 4th one I've done already. So the other 3, oh my god, man, those 3 were pretty easy. And one of them was like almost 40-50 minutes long. So that was I don't want to be a magical girl one. If I don't put it up this Sunday, it's probably gonna be either Monday or Tuesday. So stay on the lookout for that one. At least when I want to be a lot more recent. That was only, by the time you guys see that, it's probably going to be 2 days or 4 days old. So, that hopefully you guys like that reaction whenever I post that shit up. Or this one too. I already saw the other video he had. I already know who he's going to be fighting. He's going to be fighting the other dude. I wish I did a reaction review segment to it, but I decided to watch it on my own because it was only like 58 seconds. So I decided to just watch the shit on my own time. He's going to be fighting the dude Yuyu Hakusho, like Yusaku Yuromeshi, the one that was and the main character for Yuyu Hakusho. It's funny because when the freaking live action Netflix series came out, I know some people thought it was hot dog shit, dog water garbage. People didn't like it that much. You know, it came out I think it was 1992, 93, 94 when it came out. But it wasn't until like 1995, 96 when they got an English dub. So I was about 5, 6, or 7.5 years old when it came out. An English dub. Back in the Tsunami first premiere. So it's probably one of the first maybe 15 or 22 different anime series I watched at the time. Because the very first 2 I remember watching was either Flint the Time Detective one, Tenchimuyo, and I think Fist of the North Star. And then I got way more hooked on anime, obviously, by the time the real big 3 that was really huge in my nostalgia life when I late 90s, early 2000s kid today was the whole Pokemon series, the Indigo League series, the very first one that came on, that one, Dragon Ball Z, and of course Digimon. That's when I got way more hooked in anime after that. I've been liking it ever since, so there's that. So yeah, I got had 8 articles I got, but I'm just going to share 4 of them with you instead of 8, because I don't want the video to be too extremely expansively long. So without further ado, let's begin. I thought they did like a death battle thing with Ichigo Yuromeshi from what's it called, from the Yu Yu Hakusho anime series. So I guess they did it. Unless they did it with one of his friends instead. So I'm not gonna waste some more of their time. Just jump into this freaking reaction head freaking first. I'll get the thoughts and opinions at the end. It's only like 2-3 minutes long, right? Yeah, 3 minutes. So let's go. See ya.
Tell me, Boomstick, what happens when we die?
Endless nothingness? Jeez, man, I don't know. We just started.
Our souls are ferried by Shinigami, gods of death, in an eternal cycle of death and rebirth.
That was my second guess.
And when a soul goes astray, warped by evil and regret, it's a Shinigami's job to purify such violent hollows and send them off to the realm of the dead. The Soul Society.
Works great till it doesn't. Enter Ichigo Kurosaki, whose
Bleach
tragic anime backstory came way too early when his mom was killed by a hollow. Reason number one why you should never want your kid to be the anime protagonist.
Left with his grief, young Ichigo was crushed under the weight of survivor's guilt.
So he lashed out the only way he knew how, beating people up.
But this wound began to heal when he found his calling, upon meeting a Shinigami named Rukia. To stop a powerful hollow, she gave Ichigo her powers, rousing unseen potential within.
Boom! Just like that, Ichigo's a Shinigami.
Substitute Shinigami. To carry out his duties, Ichigo sheds his body for an invisible one made of spiritual matter called Reishi. He can wield vast amounts of spiritual energy called Ryoku and exert it offensively in the form of spiritual pressure, or Reiatsu.
Okay, that's a lot of big words, but all it really means is he's a super-powered ghost with an epic sword. His spirit aura is so strong, he can stun lock foes, crushing them under his own power, even fatally.
He controls spirit matter in and around him, hardening his skin for defense and leaping off of invisible footholds in the air. Paired with speed-boosting skills like Shunpo, he can virtually fly.
Say goodbye to the kid who beat up bullies for their lunch money. And hello to the town's new superhero, with fellow Ghostbusters, Orihime, Chad, and Uryu. Plus Rukia. It was the Shinigami's job to tear hollows a new hole.
While balancing responsibilities at school, of course. GPA comes first, and maybe a round or two of tech.
But it wouldn't be possible without his Shinigami blade, a Zanpakuto. It's basically a superpowered spirit that's physically a sword. Ghost sword!
Though strangely, Ichigo's sword is composed of two distinct spirits, both named Zangetsu, which isn't confusing at all.
Just call him Old Man Zangetsu and Hollow Zangetsu. Anyway, the double ghost sword gives Ichigo lots of new moves, including his trademark attack, the sword beam to end all sword beams, Getsuga Tensho!
Getsuga Tensho is incredibly powerful, and so effective that Ichigo developed multiple variants. He can fire it as a wave, detonate it mid-attack to act as a barrier, and combine two at once into the even stronger Getsuga Jujisho.
To cut even the biggest hollows down to size, Ichigo was ridiculously strong, even from frame 1.
He can make giant shockwaves and parry spiritual light beams from a Menos Grande.
That means less big for any of you non-Spanish speakers in the audience.
You speak Spanish?
No!
Well, good thing we already have Spanish Boomstick in our Spanish dubs. Yeah, he's not gonna stop this anytime soon. Alright, come back next week as we cover Ichigo's opponent, Yusuke Yuromeshi.
Adios!
I'll be getting no time to react to that one. That one's gonna be a good ass time. Hopefully we'll get to it. So see you in a quick second. Just give me some time, hold up. Okay, so as always, you say overall thoughts, views, opinions, vibes, feelings, hot takes, spicy takes, wild takes, unhinged thoughts, bullet points, world views, all these other side thoughts, etc., etc. Speculations, of course, especially speculations. Top of the hat, top of the dome. My vibes on it. Whole take on it. Raw opinions for real. Anyways, I didn't even notice till I looked at it, but I wish this was real. I didn't watch this, but I looked at the description for it for the first 2 seconds before I was playing the video. I saw it add a little live action version. I don't know if this is live action or just a fake fan-made animation of The Land Before Time, Littlefoot freaking movies. I wish this shit right here was fucking real, but I heard it was like fan-made and it was fake. It wasn't a real thing. That would have been cool as hell, because that's another thing that as a 90s kid or a 2000s kid, I grew up big time watching all of them. I think it was either part 7 or part 8 I was done watching, because I think they made like 25 or 40, 55 or 45 or 55 like freaking Land Before Time movies. There's no way in hell I was gonna watch every single one of those. I thought they finished Land Before Time franchise between part 13 or 15. No, it was between 45 and 55. Jesus, man. I think most of my didn't just end up being musicals later on. Take my drink now, so I get real thoughts, and then I get to little story articles. I'm only gonna read 4 of them out of the 8. The other 8, I'll save for another time. Yeah, so as I was saying, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know who's gonna win this one. Yusuke is really, really strong and powerful. They both kind of had like the same sort of tragic story. I think one of them ended up losing not their dad, but I think their dad wasn't really around. But one of them in the anime, like when I was watching live action version of it 2 years ago in 2024, even though it came out, I think it was like 2022, 2023, for the live action Netflix version. And like I said before, I'll say it again. Some people thought that one was shit. Other people thought it was great. I think I get it probably a B- or C+, or almost average. I don't know. Dude, it could have been so much better, but man, it was maybe like 1 or 2 small little things I was woke about it, but not super ultra woke where it just made me hate it and just drop the whole series altogether. I have a feeling there's probably gonna be a third season of it besides season 1, season 2 of the freaking live action Netflix version of Yuyu Hakusho. I mean, they still got the really good ass special effects. The special effects, everything, the acting, and the whole overworld of the fictional version of what Japan was like, or whatever. That was just kiss. Beautiful. 12 out of 10. Cinematics. Heck. But man, there's just certain parts I feel like they could have did better, you know? And they gave the superpower special effects badass. Fucking god tier levels of that shit. I would watch it again. Even though I wouldn't be that crazy about it. But getting back to this one, I don't know if it's gonna be freaking what's it called, Ichigo Kurosaki from Bleach, if he's gonna win it, or Yusaku Yuromeshi from Yu Yu Hakusho. It could be a tie. I have a feeling it might end up being a tie or a draw, because they're both kind of like super lightweight teenagers. Unless one's a little bit older than the other, maybe he's got it because he's got older advantage of age than he does skill. I don't know. And then you got Yu Hakusho, aka Yusuke Yuromeshi. Like, I think he has like 5 friends instead of just 3 friends, like freaking Ichigo has. He only has Orihime and the Quincy dude, and he's got the other dudes, the Spanish guy. I don't know. I could be completely wrong on this, but it might have been the first Hispanic Latino guy that they ever showed in anime, like ever. I don't know if they ever did that before, because I know they had the first like black African American chick. I think that was either in Cowboy Bebop or in Trigun, one of those 2. Oh, I'm coughing so much. I swear I'm not getting sick. The last 2 things I'll say is this. I forgot how many Spanish references they had with that. Like the ones I used to say, like, it says exacto or exactio. And like, I forgot what the other ones are. I think the bad ones in the season 4, season 5 of Bleach are called the Espadas. They had the fight. So that was pretty badass seeing like some Spaniard, Hispanic, Latino freaking shit that was in my race that was like fucking represented in there. That was real badass for them to do that. Funimation, Viz Media, that was creating all this shit at the time. And then the last thing I'll say is this. I don't know who the voice actors are going to be. I highly doubt it's going to be the dude that played the English of Yusaku Yuromeshi in those Deathbattle. Those guys at Wisdom Boomstick, the one that played the voice actor for Wisdom Boomstick, have millions and thousands or $1 million to fucking pay the guy that did the original Yusaku Yuromeshi voice to play the anime character. I'm saying with the other guy that played the original English dub voice actor for Yusaku Yuromeshi, I don't know if they're going to do that. That'd be badass. Or just somebody that sounds close enough to them. Because the last time they did Deathbattle, the guy that played Yu-Gi-Oh did really good, but dude, man, whoever played Ash, oh my god, I don't want to sound like I was still bullying them, but my jeez, fucking god, dude, it was horrible. Whoever did Ash's voice in there, they did one of the fucking worst shithole jobs in the world. They should not work at any other voice acting ever, man. The person that played Ash versus Yu-Gi-Oh when they did that shit last year, it was hot garbage. They should have got somebody way fucking better than that. So they dropped the ball on that one, unfortunately. So hopefully they don't screw it up for Yusuke Yuromeshi or Ichigo Kurosaki when they do the voice acting, when they do that battle fight. If I had to say who may win, it might be Ichigo, but it still might be Yusuke. So I have a feeling it's gonna be tie, or maybe Ichigo gets it, or the underdog to get Yusuke Yuromeshi. He does like a 1 second like freaking spirit battle energy battle because the only two attacks that he has is a spirit gun, and it's like something wave, spirit wave and spirit gun, and then another one was called like he goes like super fast speed like the Flash, and that's it. That's the only three powers that he has, and something lightning blade or whatever. So I might have 3 powers or 4 spirit powers. So that's all I gotta say on that part. So let's get on to the news story articles I want to share with you, just 4 of them. One of them's kind of sad too, so I'll see you in a sec, or 2 of them are. Okay, so this one really, man, hit me like a fucking huge ass on the bricks. Like, at the time you guys see it was like 3 days ago, so it was about 2 days earlier when I heard about this. Man, this one hit me my nostalgia freaking core here, because in the first 3 movies I ever saw, this chick was in the Beetlejuice movie like a year before. I was born 1988, but I saw it a couple years later when I was like 8, 9 years old, 1997, 98 later on. And it had that one out of Baldwin in it back in the day, and this other chick, Christina Ricciana, or I think it was Winona Ryder if it wasn't her. So unfortunately, I'm the one that did this one, and then she did the Lemony Snick's movie, and of course the Home Alone 1 and 2 movie. The one that played Kevin McAllister's mom, aka Macaulay Culkin's mom in the movie. Catherine O'Hara, unfortunately, legendary Schitt's Creek, Home Alone actress. Fortunately, passed away at 71. This comes from Sofia, Melissa Calabreo Panario, and Connor Somoro. So I'll leave the link down below when we have it. Huge rest in peace to this lady, man. Oh my god, every time I used to watch her every Christmas time for the Home Alone movies, she used to freak the hell out all the time. I said, oh god, it's Kevin, he's not there. Oh man. I thought she would at least live up to 85 or 90, man, but man, I feel like it was too soon for her to go. So this one hit a fucking chord with me when I found out. My jaw dropped to the floor when I found out this lady, Catherine O'Hara, was gone. So is it Schlitz Creek or Sheets Creek? Catherine O'Hara has died at 71. Prolific, multi-award winning actress, writer, and comedian. Catherine O'Hara died in her home in LA. Following, quote, brief illness, her agency, artist agency, confirmed in a statement to Page 6 Friday. The LA Fire Department told us exclusively that they responded to a call on the beloved comedian's home at 4:48 a.m. on local time before transporting her to the hospital in serious conditions. Damn, that sucks, dude. We're 71 years old. She still looked really, really pretty as heck, man. Dang. This also goes on to say TMZ was the first to open up the news on O'Hara's cause of death, and it has to be revealed, but she suffered from a rare condition called, butcher this works, I'm not doctor, physician, psychologist, dude, dextrocardias with situs inversus, a rare birth defect in which organs in the chest are abdominal position as a mirror image to a normal autonomy, according to the Cleveland Clinic. Damn, man, this lady, man. I think she just finished doing last year or the year before when she did that one movie that had Jenna Ortega in there. The one that had the Beetlejuice remake remaster movie or whatever. I guess that was the last final movie she got to do, unless she did one more after that. Maybe she was working on one final movie left before she ended up kicking the bucket. So I know a lot of like the Hollywood actors and actresses, as messed up and fucked up as it is to say, I know a lot of them, mainly like 90-95% of them, usually sell their soul to get fame, fortune for the Masons, Illuminati, New World Order, all that crap. And if there's one small slim chance that chick lady was able, even gracious enough, she got to make it to the pearly gates of where heaven's at, I hope she did, man, because it'd be a huge waste if she ended up being in a evil, bad place in purgatory for life, man. So this lady's definitely not gonna be missed. She's always gonna be in my fucking absolute mind, my heart, and I'm miss the hell out of this woman, man. So enormous rest and power and peace from this woman, man. Oh god, I'm gonna miss the hell out of this lady so fucking much, bro. I actually cried for like 2 days straight. That's why it took me almost 2.5, 3 days for me to even like talk about this one, man. Even though I don't know the IRL, obviously, but it sucked because I grew up watching this lady with so many other movies she did even before I was born. This lady was old enough to be my grandmother, or almost my mom. I don't know. Other than that, damn. I was hoping at least by 85 or 90 she was gonna go, but damn, I got 71. Good lord, I can't imagine how much Macaulay Culkin, even though that was like a stage make-believe mom or whatever. But dude, he must have been hurting after that, man, honestly. And then another one, I didn't get to talk about it before, but it was from January 13th. Another one that was from my childhood. It's crazy, I didn't know it was made in 1989, but it was apparently. The same people I think that made Garfield or Charlie Brown, this guy, Scott Adams, the creator of the Dilbert comic series, he passed away at 68, like 3 years earlier. Not 3 years earlier. So he's like 3.5, 4 years younger than she was. So this one was a real bad one too. It's from Hollywood Reporters. Comes from Chris Koslik or Kosluk, however you say it. This is from last month. I should have talked about it when I did the other reaction review video, but I didn't have time. So it says, running in the newspapers from 1989. Literally the same year I was born. That's crazy, man. To 2023, sprang up into the office monotype of his job applications at the Engineer Pacific Bell. So this is Scott Adams, who's been kept the cubicle denizens, laughing for more than 3 decades with Dilbert, the biting, funny comic strip that poked fun of him and absurdity of corporate life before racist remarks got him pink slip. Fortunately, he passed away Tuesday. He was 68. It was 3 weeks ago. It's not 2 weeks anymore. It's from last month, sadly. His death was tearfully revealed by his first ex-wife, Shelley Miles. The star of, quote, The Real Red Coffee was Scott Adams. In May, he said on one of his podcasts he had been diagnosed with prostate cancer. Oh, that's always one of the worst ones he'd pass away from. Any of them. Having cancer at any time period, that's just real bad and fucking sucks ass. I can't imagine how bad that is. Luckily, I don't got nobody in my family that had no DNA traits of getting cancer, so that's probably one thing I don't have to worry about, thank God. So, which had to spread to his bones, says, quote, I expect to be checking out from this domain this summer, he said. I'm going to read a little bit more. You guys can read the rest if you want. This is really long as hell. So in the statement he wrote, that he was read by Miles over 6 minutes. He said that, quote, things did not go well for him. His body felt more ill before his brain, unquote. Sprung from the Adams, days of Pacific Bell applications engineer, San Ramon, California. Dilbert debuted in 1989. The heights of its popularity, more than 2,000 newspapers across 65 countries, 25 languages, with an estimate worldwide readership of more than 150 million. Though it had an appropriate level of cartoon exaggeration, the strip keenly captured office life and struck a nerve with the white-collar class. It says, quote, that's the amazing thing I found when I went online a couple of years ago. Adams told the New York Times in 1995 interview, I've heard from all these people who thought that they were the only ones that they thought this was a unique, absurd situation, that they couldn't talk about their situation because no one would believe them. Basically, there are 25 million people out there living in the cardboard boxes and doors, and there were no voices for them, so this is pent-up demand. Dilbert was an unassuming, mild-mannered engineer who was a whiz at computers but lacking in social skills. His colleagues included Alice, a highly qualified tech, who raged against the chauvinistic corporation mindset that thought less of him because she was a woman. Wally, a senior engineer, whose goal was to avoid work and responsibility at all costs. Oh, I remember the other dude too. The one that was like kind of like a mix-up of Arab Middle Eastern like stereotype, but he was still decent too. He was funny. ASOC, I remember that one. Indian intern whose optimism was quashed by the corporate's agenda. Yeah, so I remember I used to actually read some of these too. I even read like the shit for like newspaper magazines because I'm not that ancient old, but I did read the little comic strips whenever they had Garfield or Charlie Brown in there. I would read the Dilbert ones sometimes too. I never really understood it because I was 3, 4, 5, 6 years old, so I didn't even know what the hell I was reading, because I was meant for like adult humor and then just little kid, elementary school kids like me at the time. I should have been reading that shit, but I thought the animation art style was funny. And then like, I know I wasn't allowed to watch the cartoons, but sometimes I would like stay up till midnight to watch them. Sometimes I was like, this is even before, right after Comedy Central was a thing too. So I'm surprised it wasn't on there later. So rest in peace to Scott Adams dude and Catherine O'Hara, man. 2 parts of my childhood and never gonna get back again. And the last few things, I don't really want to get too much into it. I'll talk about this Resident Evil one next time. Some real crazy stuff here. One of them has to do with a little bit of drama. I don't know if I'll do a video on it, but I don't talk too much about it. But it has something to do with this fool again. Oh god, I know a lot of YouTubers like him too, especially when I go into politics. But it says Tectone banned on Switch for 5th time after seemingly threatening. This is an older one too. I didn't know this. Threatening a viewer, dropping an F slur during live stream. There was another one. Hold on. So it was from Times End, so I have to read it there. Hold on. Alright. This is the only one I can find now, which sucks. So it says that was convicted of a crime. Tectone breaks silence after raping, assault, court cases. Details surfaces online. I'm not even going to say that name. I'm just going to say this other one. Ducata or Dutata. So, just real quick, I'm just going to read the first 2 paragraphs. It says, this week, Tectone was all over social media with the privilege of legal affairs became public. What started as talk of the internet quickly turned into a big fight. Fellow streamer Mr. Miscus said that Tectone, quote, has lost a lot of court cases about actual, assaults following his girlfriend. The claim caused a lot of controversy, which made the creator of Twitch and Kick had to deal with the issues directly and publicly. Speculation grew to where Tectone clarified he must describe as a widespread misinformation. His response did not attempt to downplay the seriousness of the discussion. Instead, he focused on drawing a sharp distinction between criminal guilt and civil process that, according to him, fueled the current controversy. Tectone speaks out after Miscliff claims serious findings in the disputed court. I guess that's him. He's talking to himself or talking with this Twitch chat. Is that it? I think that's it. Oh. I was gonna be a little bit more than that. That's weird. Yeah, you guys can read that tweet if you want. Yeah. You already know how I feel about this dude. I don't really give a fuck about this guy. I don't know. I saw some of his little videos when I was watching this other chick. I think it's Leaflet Asadi. I know she's real huge. Her and Kirsten really love that guy Tectone a lot. Big time. They love the living shit out of that dude. They walk the ground that he walks on. They worship the ground that dude walks on. Big time. I thought he was like, I don't know if he's like 41 or 42 or is he 38, 39. So he's either 1, 2, 3 years older than me or 4 or 5 years older than me. I don't know. Just the way his attitude was. I don't know if it's real or fake. It's just something about him I really don't like. He sounds like one of these douchebag motherfuckers back when I was in high school and college. They didn't like bully me or harass me personally, but sounds like one of these fucking cocksucker dudes that think they're fucking hot shit and their shit doesn't stink. I fucking hate assholes like that. Fucking dickheads that think that, they're better than everyone else because they got cars and money and they got these women and all that. They get bitches and all that. Ace is annoying the goddamn fucking crap out of me. You have no idea how bad I wanted to beat the living hell out of them and do a lot of evil fucked up shit to them when I can't say it because I would have landed in fucking jail or prison if I did. God forbid, that probably would have happened. I'm just saying. It's just the attitudes that they say that their shit doesn't stand up better than everyone else. Like, fuck that, dude. The fuck out of that goddamn fucking shit, dude. It annoys the living hell out of me. You have freaking dicks like that walk in this world like that. Even if you needed a break and all that. Like, oh, I'm just here, dude. Like, I'm just gonna, like, go ahead and chill. Like, get my girlfriend and all that. Like, fuck off all these other losers, queers, faggots and all that, man. These retards, man. They don't know my struggle, my pain. Like, I don't know. It just sounds real fake as shit, honestly, man. I don't know, like, as far as all this other stuff they went through with his dad or his parents or any of that, was a good or bad relationship, I don't know. And that's up to him and his family's got to fucking figure that shit out. That's what it is. He already made it as a big time streamer. Plus, I don't know. I see him doing all the Genshin Impact openings. I've heard about him doing a lot of that. I really don't care too much for that. It's a gambling addiction to me. Some of you guys, probably Gen Zers, you love that. Hey, more power to you. That's cool. For me, I never really cared about it. But anyways, let's see. Oh, this last one here. This is one I didn't thought I'd be talking about again real quick. Some Business Insiders from about a week or two ago. I think 2 weeks ago. Almost, 1 week. It says, yes, formerly Kanye West shares what Reddit taught him about Maniac episode and a full apology from ad advertisements and men shameless. I'm just going to read a little bit of it. It says, Ye turned to print out his latest apology past anti-Semitism, remarks from merchandise, linking to his past 2002 injury. Yeah, that's when I first heard about the dude. Popular artist known as Kanye West, formerly known as Kanye West, took out a full page in the Wall Street Journal Section A page. Typically goes for a 5-figure sum. The Monday ad, it said, Monday ad, one of the artists is long over 700-word address, quote, to those I've heard, unquote. They attempted to explain his controversial behavior in recent years, led him to have lose multiple business deals. Yeah, so you guys can read the rest of that. Oh man, I already talked about this fool year before. Like, God, man, I do remember back when I was still like back in the day when I was in middle school, high school. I used to like listen to that fool's music. His shit was bumping, man. It was really kick fucking ass. And then until he got in the third album or fourth album, like, I didn't really care too much about it. This is before I knew about the Bilderberg, Russia, Illuminati, Freemason shit, and all the rappers sold out their soul to devil and Lucifer and Satan. And I said he wanted to be a Christian when he did that song Jesus Walks way back in the day. I don't know, it was kind of sketchy for me how I'm doing that. I don't know if he was really playing God or if he was really serious about getting right with Jesus and Holy Spirit and Yeshua and all that, or if he was just one of the sellouts for the New World Order. I don't know. It looks like he got a lot more darker and eviler than he was before, so some people say, oh, he's one of the clones, like how they did with Dave Chappelle back in the day. Oh, Hollywood clone, he's not even a dude, he's a doppelganger, like what they did with Dave Chappelle and another person I'm trying to think of, like with that dude Diddy and all that shit. Who knows? And the only thing I know is that, oh man, once he got with Kim Kardashian later on, a lot of his life went on a huge ass downward spiral. He had, what, 2, 3, 4 children with her? Shit, man. Whatever happens to the dude, it happened, man. I mean, he should have had his billions and trillions of dollars. He should have said nothing messed up, but he said a lot of raw, raunchy shit, and then there he got it with that other girl. And even there's a lot of old school conspiracy theories about him being with the other chick from 4, 5, 6 years ago. The one from Italy, and then she ended up moving to Australia. The Bianca Sensori girl, whatever. It's like what happened, I think it was last year or the year before, 2024 or 2025, when his, like, Beyonce girlfriend, wife chick, Bianca Sensori, she ended up stripping completely naked, butt-ass freaking naked. You see the freaking pussy and everything. Like, holy shit. Jeez, man, it's wild. So I know that, my personal opinion, even though I don't know the dude IRL personally, I kind of know where he's at, mentally, spiritually, yeah. There's no way no evangelical person is going to be bigger than that. There's no fucking way. So, yeah, unfortunately, dude, mentally, my personal opinion, he's still lost. It's a damn shame. If he ever gets back to music, hopefully it's freaking the shit. I'm only surprised he likes a lot of that shit the other dude that Nick Fuentes said. A lot of real super crazy, edgy, wild, fucked up shit. I love the whole, like, white something, like, white nationalism and all that stuff. Oh my god, man. It's funny because his dad's supposed to be a Hispanic Latino too, so he's not even white 100%. He's like, what, 40-50% white, and the other 40-50% is Hispanic Latino, which is crazy. Other than that, yeah. So like I say, for no matter your man, I'm going to get into that because you know how it is with politics. It's a fucking polarization cancer, in my opinion. It's a mental cancer. That's it. Thanks for my time below, Chris Side. I'm out here. Peace out, ladies and gentlemen, bros and boys and parents, as always. Talk some more. See what I see. Have a good day, have a night, wherever in the world you're out there. Don't just wait at the same times. It's reckless. Keep it calm. Keep it cool. Keep it chill. Keep it locked out there. Stay more true content channel. Leave virtual VTuber drama news, video game industry news, of course, reaction, hyper reaction segments, regular ones like from indie cartoons or video game industry news stuff, or video game trailer news or Hollywood news from either live action Hollywood movie or animation / animation cartoon reaction segments, commentary videos I do, and once in a while on the Must News, or once in Rivera, or Wild Video Response News. Stay in grind, stay healthy, be yourself. Peace out, my circle. It's my skin plus side. Stay cautious. I'll see you guys next time. If any guys just don't celebrate at all, hopefully have a good Chinese New Year. And I guess, yeah, happy Friends Day if you're doing that. If you're not doing Valentine's Day. All right, take care. I'm gone. Later. See you soon.